Good morning, New Thought community. Yes, here we are again in our beautiful sanctuary with the help of our beloved Natalie. Woo woo! Thank you so much. I want to say just thank you to everyone that helps to get all of these Sundays together. It is a lot. It's a job, and I bow to you, Carol Ann, and our band who got together 6 feet apart and singing their song with their masks on. It was amazing, beautiful, touched my heart. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to everybody that creates and expands and allows for new thought to head out into the world. Deep gratitude, deep gratitude. Today is Sunday, and I am wearing my Pride outfit. This is what we would have marched together in our Pride Parade here in Fresno, California. Every year, our community comes out to celebrate love in action. Love is love. Now, many of you may not know that this started a little over 30 years ago, 1969, in New York. And what they called it was the Stonewall Uprising. And what had happened is Stonewall is a gay nightclub, and the police would go in unprovoked and just not be very nice. So lots of people were arrested, and at that time, being gay was really troublesome. What we were asking for were civil rights, equal rights, for us to be love in action, for us to be just love is love. Okay, so what happened is a young transgender woman of color said, enough is enough. I'm a human being. Treat me as such. So we marched in the streets, and we've been having a parade to commemorate that. That's what got the equal rights ball rolling. And it took quite a long time for us to be able to see who we love as our life partner, for us to seek the same equality as many people in the world. I myself am very blessed to be married with the love of my life, and she is amazing. How can people not understand love is love? Doesn't matter the gender, doesn't matter the color. It doesn't matter. So love in action is what today's talk is all about. In celebration of that Pride Festival, in celebration of who we are as individuals, the color of our skin, the true colors. You heard just before I started to speak, Cyndi Lauper's song of True Colors. You maybe do not know that she wrote that song specifically for her sister, who was lesbian and had to hide in her family and out in the world. Cyndi Lauper came out in support of all LGBTQ plus, that it is important for us to see the beauty of who we are as that rainbow color of humanity. So if we step into that place of action, love, period, in period, action, period. Let's go with that very first word, love. So what does it mean to you? Quite often it means we love our spouses. We love our children. We love this or we love that. But how does that love get carried out in an action? We can be in love with ice cream. We can be in love with coffee. Me in particular, I love coffee. But how do we create that expression for us? The action part is what I would like to talk to you today. Here at New Thought Community, we are in the principles and the practices of action. When we open up at the top, recognize that who we are is flowing to us as a divine spirit of creation. So when we open ourselves in a place of receiving, and then we open a little wider, then it becomes our everyday experience. It takes a practice. I myself have had to practice many, many years of realizing what love is for me. Even my love when it's been in fear. Even when my love has been a little bit painful. And I talk about painful is when someone in my life or in my family has come into the place of a disease or a passing. I become this place of action and the expression of how important they are. That what is happening to the body isn't their realness. It's an experience in the moment. It's not to take away from them, but to embrace them, that is also what I love. Not the love where they're at in pain, but my love does not diminish. So if we take that word in, I-N, it is what we are putting into. It is where we're stepping into. It is what we are bringing within. How does this expression show up to you every day? It can show up as we walk through the forest of the sequoias or the Yosemite. It can show up the minute we walk through our house and our puppies or our kitties are so happy to see us. The minute we wake up in the morning, they're jumping all over us because they are happy we are there. And we are grateful they are there with us. Love in action. I wanted to share a story of a poet, Nikki Giovanni. She was at Virginia Tech when there was a mass shooting. And she was asked to give the convocation after this happened. And her sharing of love was the action of her poem. I say it to you now. We know we did nothing to deserve it, but neither does a child in Africa dying of AIDS. Neither do the invisible children walking the night awake to avoid being captured by a rogue army. Neither does the baby elephant watching his community being devastated by ivory. Neither does the Mexican child looking for fresh water. We are Virginia Tech. We will prevail. Her speech also sought to express that really terrible things happen to good people. I would call it in terms of writing, her poetry is a laundry list, is what she called it. Because all you're doing, this is who we are, and this is what we think, and this is what we feel. And this is why we show up. That was Nikki Giovanni, a great African-American poet who sought to connect the pain and suffering for all of us. That there are trials and tribulations that happen for us as human beings. But what do we do with it? She wrote poetry, and there are many poets that expressed their love in action by writing poetry. Maya Angelou, my favorite. I refuse to allow any man-made differences to separate me from any other human being. Her expression of that statement is referring to her action of self-love. She refused to bow down to anybody because of her color. And she was down quite often for her color and for her gender. And still she rose. Today, we rise with those principles of New Thought Community, that we are part of this omniscient expression, opening at the top to that higher consciousness. What's your action as that higher consciousness? We seek to step into experience. That's what we come here as human beings, to experience our unity as spirit. Seeing the bigger picture, that macrocosm, being expressed in the smaller microcosm. The breath. In this breath, I am. In this breath, I am love. The breath is the action. The love is my intention. We come together here to witness beauty, love, joyfulness, and sometimes heartache. But that is not what stops us. We know that together, we are this action of love. We become this creative medium. How is it you wish to create it? You can wash the dishes and create that action in love. You can cook food. It are the small things. I invite you this week, this month, to pay attention to how love shows up. Sometimes it is that first sip of coffee in the morning, because somebody has made that for you. And they made that out of love. When your puppy or your kitty just climbs up in your lap, that's love, unconditional. So we here in our Science of Mind classes assist ourselves in this unity of community to co-create what Cyndi Lauper was talking about. Our true colors are beautiful like the rainbow. And this next song, which will happen from the band, I cannot even begin to tell you how happy I am that they came together to express their action of love. That Your Life Is Now is the song. What is it you're going to do with it? Let the judgments go. Even when we think we're in a mindset of love, reach higher. I invite you in this month of our Rainbow Pride to walk with us and to see that, yes, we are all human beings, but to honor that rainbow, the heritage of our African American brothers and sisters, the heritage of our Asian community, the heritage of our European ancestry, the heritage of the Earth Mother. Know that we are here to walk in that expression. Sometimes we do all right by it. And sometimes we need that friendly reminder that this is your life now. What do you choose? Sing your song with the voice. Sing your song that creates a resonant vibration for who you are as that action of love, for who you are as that spiritual reincarnation. Be love. Be the action of love in all big ways and all small ways. It's the small ways that actually are really profound. We give name to these situations of love. I invite you to give your full day's name, love. Enjoy your actions. For today, you shine your light. I'd like to end today with reading from the Science of Mind book, Free Spirit Within Me. Free Spirit within me, unbound and perfect, teach me thy ways and make known to me thy limitless completion. O Spirit of life, control my every action and thought. Compel me to follow thy light, that I too may be free and complete. I will follow thy footsteps and learn of thee all the wondrous secrets of life. I will follow thy light into the perfect day. Free Spirit within me, for I am that love in action. Aho mitaki yu yasin. Ashe. Amen. Namaste. Have a glorious and love-filled action. Peace be with you. The thing to do, it seems to me, is to prepare yourself so you can be a rainbow in somebody else's cloud. Somebody who may not look like you.